I was dragging the car with my brother. Somebody was saying to his, one woman was saying to her sister, hey, so, Ngozi, come out and see this headmen they are talking about. She just rushed out. Yes, she come out. See them. These are the people that are holding gun, killing our people. Imagine, look at them. Oh, look at them. I tell my brother, don't even talk, because sometimes we pretend not to even understand what they are saying.
I've always believed in the unity of our country, Nigeria. And now why would they do this particular video? For every ethnic group, every geopolitical zone, every state, every region, there is always a good egg and a bad egg. Just the way Igbos get their own good people and their own bad people, and so Hausa get their own good people and bad people. And so Yoruba too get good people and bad people. Even Fulani, what they call Fulani herdsmen, they get good ones and bad ones, but people don't know. People don't know. That's why they do this video. Follow this video from start to finish. I dealt with my brother here. I just bumped into him where I always shoot my contents. Now hear him, they come, look around, seeing cows. Now hear him, they come, feed him cows. Go get to meet him. You'll be blown away. No skip this video. Watch from start to finish. Bro, how you doing?
I'm fine.
What's the name?
I'm Shaibu Mohammed.
Shaibu Mohammed.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me be sure that this mic is working well. Shaibu Mohammed.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So you reside here in Abuja?
Yes, I reside in Abuja here.
Wow. You speak good English?
Yes, sir. I'm a student.
Okay, you're schooling?
Yes, sir.
Are you kidding me?
I'm serious. I'm a student.
Where are you from?
I'm indigenous of FCT here.
Indigenous?
To grow up in Abuja here.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you are an indigenous of FCT, but you are a Fulani?
I'm a Fulani, yes. We are from Kano State, but we reside in Abuja.
In Abuja?
For long, yes.
Now they see. So what are you studying?
I'm studying Agri-Economics and Extension.
Agri-Economics and Extension.
Yes, Nasarawa State University.
You can imagine. You can imagine. So, before now, as a child growing up, I dey mingle with Fulanis. In fact, my best friend till today is from Castina. Umar is his name.
Okay.
He's a Fulani. He's the most honest person I have met in my life. If you give Umar 1 million naira, go 10 years, come back, he go still keep am where you keep am. So, I've not found a reason why I should tag a particular region with a bad name because a few persons they indulge in some bad things. How has it affected you as a Fulani man?
Sincerely speaking, this is the major problem we are facing in our society today, most especially in the Fulani society, in the Fulani kingdom, let me say. The reason this is because of what is trending in the social media today. You see people saying Fulani herdsmen have done this, have done that. We are not the same. And most of this thing that is happening, I don't believe that is among the Fulani I know, because I believe it might be from other Fulanis from other countries that are coming into our country. If the people we have in Nigeria, I'm a Fulani here, but we have Fulani within FCT that I know, and outside FCT, like my uncles, they stay in Oyo State.
Oyo State?
Yes, I visited them last month, I think, yes. And all these people, we are mingling and we are doing everything together. I have never heard of any of them that have even seen gun before. I have never seen. Or any of my friends that have seen gun before. But I always wondering when they say Fulani using gun, doing this, doing that. I have never experienced that. Like, because we stay in Abuja here. Yes. I was born here. My parents were born here. And all of us have been staying with Baji people. Like my mother have been telling, and my grandmother before she died, she was giving me a story of Abuja here, because before Abuja come to this place, they have been living in Kubwa here. They have lived in Gwarimpa before they even start Gwarimpa.
Gwarimpa?
Yes, before anything.
Long time ago.
That time, what they normally do, the Fulani, they live with the Baji people only. Like our grandmother, they used to be with the Baji people. What they normally do, if a Fulani man, maybe his cattle enter somebody's farm, what they do, they will collect maybe a stick and they, as a witness, the next
Yes.
day they will come to your house and say, okay, Baba, who
Your
owns this stick? They say, this is the person. They will just go and check the farm, and then they will settle everything. And then maybe they will even give them no. That is the end of the story.
So, okay, so every stick is significant.
Yes, it's not only stick. We have this, and then that cap that we used to put
to wear. Yes.
It has it's a means of identification. If any Fulani look at this one, no, this one belongs to so
person.
So person.
So as your brother there now, if he see this your stick,
yes,
he knows it's your own.
If I do it like this, he sees from far, he will know that this one belong to this,
my brother.
Those communities.
Those communities.
Yes.
Oh, communities.
Yes, yes. Because they are different.
These guys are rich. Now, if you're not blown away about anything, this is a Fulani man that speaks simple and correct English, schooling, and still operating as a nomad. That's what they call you guys, right?
Yes.
Carries his cows around. You guys have a lot of that. All the carry you get with this. I'll be some still there somewhere.
No, we divide them. We used to divide them when they reach maybe 50 and above. We used to separate them because of when we visit them together, the grazing. They will do what we call they were competing for grazing. So we used to separate them, most especially the young ones. We separate them from the adult ones.
Okay. So lastly, right? Currently, because of this whole thing, has anything changed between you and the Baggies who they live together? The relationship, has it affected you people in any way?
Not at all. As long as we live in Abuja here, we have never experienced any. Even now that look at this mountain here.
Yes.
We used to climb that mountain. That is where they used to farm. Presently, even the
this mountain.
Yes, behind the mountain, that is where they farm. They still carry on that tradition they used to do. They don't arrest a Fulani man or start beating him in the bush. No. Because what I believe is that anywhere you hear that maybe a fight between a Fulani man or between a Fulani man and a farmer, is maybe when you meet a Fulani man and maybe his cattle, most of the time is like we now. We have never seen any Fulani that has just carry his cattle enter somebody's farm like that. No. But what happens sometimes is maybe like look at some of them coming from that place.
Yes.
Without you knowing. That one can divert and enter somebody's farm. So in the problem, if the owner comes to the farm and see a cow inside the farm, he will call you, hey, come. If you go, oh yeah, sorry, I don't know. That is where this is, okay, you see they have caused a damage to my farm. You say, okay, what do we do? Where do you live? We'll just direct them, we'll give them a stick. The next morning they will just come. But what is happening is different from what is happening before. Now, when you see clashes between the Fulani, because we have never experienced a clash between a community and because we just hear it from other states, from other states. But here, what happens? Maybe if you see a Fulani maybe fight with a farmer, maybe if you see that cow, if they call you to go and control that cow, if you go there, he just hold you and start beating you. So you must defend yourself. In the process of defending yourself or trying to, that is when maybe something will come up.
Okay, so in other climes, right? Because things are advancing, there is this option of ranching. Is this something that you guys can buy into, or does it have any effects on you rearing your cows? Proper ranching, where you will have like a big land where they would stay, food will be brought to them there, medical care will be brought to the cows there. Does it have any effects on the proper growth of your cows, or is it something that can be adopted?
Yes, it's something that is very good, but I blame the government and the non-governmental organization that is propagating this program. I'm a student. I study agri-economics, as I told you.
Yes. And so the agri-economics.
Agri-economics. And under this, these ranching and animal science and other things, we are all doing these courses.
Yes.
So what is happening is this. If you say a Fulani should do a ranch, like, let me take myself as an example.
Yes.
I have 100 cows with me. If I want to get a land that I can fence and start rearing these cattle in a ranch, what do you think it can cost me? Because this is the only thing I depend on. The studies I'm doing on, I pay my school fees through this cattle. My brothers feed under this, my parents, and every responsibility you can think of will depend on this cattle.
Yes.
So if you say I should do a ranch, this is a very cheap way of doing the business for
okay,
us.
This one is a very cheap
way.
Okay.
Because the only thing we consider medication. When the animal are sick, we treat them. When we observe any, we do vaccination and other things.
Okay.
We don't have anything that have to do with feeding. We take them out for feeding.
Okay.
So if we want to do that ranching, number one thing, nobody will provide a land for you. You have to provide a land
by yourself.
Yes, and if you want to provide if you want to buy a land, tell me how much land can you buy for 100 cattle? Number one, maybe at least within Abuja here, I don't know of other states, you cannot get a hectare of land less than maybe, let's say, 50 million at least.
True.
Yeah. So if you do that, there's other expenses. You have to provide water. True. You have to, like, I do my IT in ABU Zaria, Chika, that is Napri. There is a lot of different grasses that you have to buy and plant for the animal. So how much will that cost you? And other instrument that you need, that you have to put is infrastructure that you do for that animal. There's all of that. Government cannot assist you in any way. Tell me how many cattle will you sell? At this cattle you see, maybe the biggest one here you can sell maybe is, let's say, 400, 500,000. So tell me how many
400,000 will you sell to
get that land and other infrastructure you need, and then grasses, water, and then start rearing the rest of that animal.
So basically what you're trying to say is that the input of the government is really required.
Yes, it's required. That's no problem. But if government can assist, it can assist the Fulanis. Yes. It's a very good idea that we can adapt quickly, because taking this animal out for grazing, we don't have enough grasses outside because of the different people who are coming overgrazing. Everywhere you take the animal overgrazing. This place you are just managing. There's not enough grass here. It's all this thing that animal doesn't eat. But the one they eat, it's overgrazed. So we like that idea. We love it. We want to embrace the idea. But how can we do it? We don't have any means. I heard of other states like where they are doing this anti-grazing.
Yes,
they can. There's one conversation I had in radio last time. Yes. I even called that time. I called the person and said, okay, if they say they want to do that, can the government provide the land for them? They say no. Okay, they say it's an individual business. This is a business that everybody, if you use your business, you can do it. So if you say, okay, it's my business, I should do it. I look at it, I cannot afford it.
You must survive now.
I must survive. What do you think? So,
and the problem now is that it is a business that has been run like this for a long time.
What we normally do, this animal you see,
yes,
is a thing of inheritance. My parent inherits this animal from his parents. I will also inherit them, because as I'm growing up now, what they normally do when I'm 2 years old, they give me one cow as a male child.
Okay.
So before I grow up and reach 15 years, I might have gotten, because they will not sell out of that money. Even now, I pay my school fees, but my parents sell their own and pay my school fees. That is what they do. They only allow me to start selling when I get married and then be an independent person. Then they'll separate my own. By that time, maybe they might have reached 15. Let's say 20, 25, 30. Then they'll separate them and then they'll leave. Okay, at that age, at that time, they say, okay, make a ranch. Tell me, if I'm starting with 30 cattle, tell me how can I get the land and the infrastructure? So in that case, it's not possible, and something we inherit. This is what we do in a living. So our parents do it, we do it. And this animal you see, each and every one of them, they have their names. They have their names as we give them.
Yeah.
Because if my parent wants to give me, he said, okay, this animal of so name have a very good trait. So for that, I give you this one.
So that you start reproducing and you have good cows.
Yes, that is what we normally do.
So guys, now, because you said something that just caught my attention. Every cow has its name.
Yes, we call them by their names. Okay. And even if they want to enter farm, that is one thing. If they want to enter farm, we call them by their name.
They come back.
That one that is in front, we call their name. Hey, so, like this one, this black. Yele. You see?
Vida.
Yele.
It looked.
Yes, that's the name.
That's the name.
Yes.
Oh boy. So human beings will get name, they will hear their name. Cow, they hear their name. Now, one last thing before you leave, right? What's your message to Nigeria? Because you sound so passionate about the country. You call yourself an indigene of a state in the country. What's your message to Nigerians, non-Fulanis? What should they know about Fulani people? And moving on, what do you think the government can do to assist you?
Number one thing I will call the Nigerians, most especially those that doesn't have anything. Like, before I proceed, there is one nurture with our people. Like, somebody that have not come across Fulani man, you only hear about them in radio, in television, in newspaper. You don't know them. You only know what they say about them. Let me take, for example, last 3 years, my daddy sell a cattle here. They asked us to take it to the person that bought it in Sokali. We were taking it. I was dragging the car with my brother. Somebody was saying to his, one woman was saying to her sister, "Hey, so, Ngozi, come out and see this headman they are talking about." She just rushed out. Yes, she come out. See them. These are the people that are holding gun, killing our people. Imagine, look at them. Look at them. I tell my brother, don't even talk, because sometimes we pretend not to even understand what they are saying. She was even saying, see, this is the people that are shown in the radio, in television. These are the headmen they are talking about. So those kind of people, I don't blame them, because that is what
the orientation.
That is what they hear about us. So nobody have come close to us and know what is happening. So what's my advice and my message to Nigeria? We are not like that. It's people that is the propaganda that is trending in the social media. It's not true. We are not that. We are not like that. We are not violent at all. It's only some of them, some of these people from Zamfara that are coming from other countries that are mixing among us and spoiling our names. But we are not like that. We are not violent at all. We are peace-loving people. That is what we are. So this is the number one message.
Then to the government.
And then to the government, I'll advise the government. This idea of bringing ranching, if government can do that, it's a very good idea that can solve millions of problems we are facing with the Fulani people. Because number one, no matter how you try to block the Fulani from entering other states, even this anti-grazing state they are saying, it's not possible to stop them. Reason is because if a cattle that is adapted to Oyo State cannot come back to Abuja and survive.
Adaptation is also involved.
Yes, adaptation. I cannot take these cattle as they are to Oyo State or Bayelsa or Enugu State to go and survive. It's not possible. The highest thing I can do is to sell them and buy the one that is adapted to this environment. And Fulani man cannot sell the cattle he has inherited to go and buy in another state. Even you are chasing them, you continue to have problem with them because they will hide under this state. That is what is causing foreigners to come and join them. Like is a form of to serve them. Okay, these people who have been trying to push you away from this state, let us come in and that is what is happening. Because from there they will start training them and showing them how to use gun. You understand? They are peace-loving people. If you ask anybody you know from any other state, in last 10, 15 years ago, 30 years ago, they will tell you that. But the Fulani I know, they are peace-loving. We have been living in peace. But even what is happening?
Even me too.
So if you ask them, they will ask you what is happening. This is the reason. This is what is happening. From my observation, this is the only thing
problem.
That is, yes, if they will chase them, they will run and come back because they cannot go. And you are forcing them to go. They will even gangs of people from villages to start chasing them. So the highest they can do is to invite other people to come and assist them. These people want to chase us, or they want to kill us, or where are we going? We are not going anywhere. So that is where the problem will start. So if government can provide the land for them and make the ranches and assist them, even if they are own, they will involve. But government should put this in effort and make it possible for them to have the ranches so that it will be possible for them.
Everything a dialogue. Me and you get problem. Come sit and talk. Finish. This is coming from a Fulani man. All he's saying is that they should come and sit and dialogue. Know what they are. I'm not sure anybody have even sat down with these people to know what their problem is. Look at the problem they are facing, just like every other business. Yes, now check them now. If now you don't do a business for years in a particular way, how do you expect to just change all of a sudden and start operating a new system without proper management, proper input of the governments? To whom it may concern, watch this video, share, listen. Let's come together and make this country a better place.